Hello， 欢迎回到 Tangle Tower。那我们上次玩到，我们发现在大厅的正上方还有一间隐藏的书房。那我们现在应该是要用这一条这个玻璃管上去。
How are we supposed to?
Hang on, but I think there's a switch.
哇哦，好害怕。
Wanna go up?
而且还是晚上的，好可怕。下一张，隐藏之心，又是很可怕的地方，越来越奇怪。这里
Not sure. Their eyes have all been crossed out.
眼睛都被涂掉。神秘生物载体大使，有几个看起来。怎么看起来有点像
That photo is important.
等一下
It's a wooden pin hung up on.
Looks like there's a couple of things missing from it.
少了一这看起来这发型好像那个谁啊，侦探
Crumpled up.
Is there anything
Not
written?
really. It's mostly blank.
Nice chair. Maybe it's just
maybe. Coffee table. I'm gonna.
Someone complacent enough to leave their notebook lying around.
有几页被删下来，第5名大使终于找到。我不能说原本有多乐观，但是不比其他人好多少。带着我的神秘生物朋友到音乐室做实验，太有用，也许太够成功了。到底无风前面的他竟然很有使命，但我知道是时候了。啥？这里有一个
An incinerator. Still pretty hot.
Is there anything
It's mostly ash. Yeah, there's
焚
something.
化炉。这是鸟吗？还是只是那根羽毛？有几个黑色扣子，还有红色碎布。
Someone's been using this room.
我也感受得出来，这个房间一直有人。
That's a bookcase.
What a surprise.
好啦，跟你聊聊天。先聊5
Another
个人。
photograph.
Their faces are all crossed.
That's weird.
Oh, you think so?
No, I mean, Sally. Did we meet?
Well, the woman on the left looks a little like Poppy,
对，
but
这很
her
像
style is
Poppy
way different.
这很像
And at first, I
Fifi。
thought the guy on the top right was Felix.
对，这很
But
像
now that I
Felix
look at it,
这是他们的
I
父
don't think it is
母
him.
吗？还是祖先这类的？
I don't get it. This nowadays, it's some.
It's not a secret to at least one other
The
person.
way the notebook was left makes me think it's someone.
Whoever it was, they left. There's a whole design. Feels like someone put.
It's a shame there are things I'm betting it make
That might not be impossible.
那一张金甲虫
That
不
doesn't.
对
It's something that could attack.
啊，24呗，这个
That's not right. Something that's been taped at the top.
这个吧，
That's not right. Something that's been taped at the top.
胶布也不是这个，儿童读物更不是啊。还有什么可以放上去的吗？啊，画的照片。啊，这个呢？撕掉的是啥？笔记。
That's definitely the right. None of the pages match up to what's up.
有哪个有撕掉的？我看到了，这个就是它啦。对啦，为什么要研究那个侦探
The painting from Freya's room. Freya
I
designed.
don't think that's why Freya. But it may have been why somebody. That's for those sketches of. I don't think Freya actually. It was somebody else.
Doesn't
Someone.
exactly narrow. Should we go ask Detective?
I'm not sure. I still don't know it.
对啊，问他保险吗？那我们现在只能去问他了，对不对？啊，现在是晚上，书房。哦，还有哪里？这个吧。
Do those look like
Yeah, they're on the inside.
哇，这有什么超级生物？
an axe?
Honestly,
I'm more worried about the third
third
the one
one.
that isn't there.
对，不在这边。这是那个很像十字镐嘛，敲那个石头那些。
Is that
It's got a.
Also, crabs normally have 2 claws.
对，它有3只钳子，
Good.
More. Don't you think it looks?
可以旋转。
I guess
I don't think we
What
need
do you
to.
mean?
We have all the information we need in our case file. This crab really...
That little one-
Yeah, but I think I've seen it more recently.
不是那只螃蟹，是儿童读物啊！哦，我看到了，蛮好笑的。
They call this
What would you call it?
of doom. Is that
It's got
also crabs? No.
这样吗？哦，这样，这样。
I guess
I don't think we need
What do you
to.
mean?
We have all the information we need in our case
不好意思，我有点忘记了。这样吧。
Perfect.
Yes。哦，是十字弓。哦，原来那是十字弓。
What's that?
Something somebody didn't want us to find.
我觉得这是凶器。啊，我们不是找到一个上面有线的吗？该不会是用这个射的吧？
What is it?
我好像知道了什么。会这么射的，会不会
Was
只有
someone trying to hide it?
I don't know. I want to know what happened to the rest of it. Where are the other parts?
We found them already.
我们找到啦，那个金属的、啊，上面小望远镜，是教授你吗？教授，
What do you make of it?
Not sure.
You don't think the
Oh
cross...
no, the crossbow. That doesn't mean.
Oh my god， 凶杀案。等一下突然有人
Time
上
to
来怎么
solve
办？
this.
很害怕呢。
All right, time to put it all
Let's
together.
start with this. It's an arrow for the cross. It's the murder weapon.
Despite the fact it doesn't have...
It was clean. I don't think anybody
可以
expected
用
us
什么？
to
不是
get
什么
down that
卢
room
米
at the
诺
bottom.
吗？还是什么的？还是什么的？可
Okay,
以擦血
so
迹、
Freya was shot. Where was it fired from?
只能从正面啊。
It was fired from.
Wait, I'm confused.
Me too.
Okay, so Freya was it fired from?
可是还有哪？这里吗？上方。
It was fired from.
Above, huh?
Yeah. Let's add in the rest of the crime.
The attic.
Perfect
对好
hiding
隔
place.
哦。
We even found the reel was used to pull the arrow.
Explains why we never found a weapon at the crime scene, I guess.
The murderer must have dropped the reel.
Wait. The arrow was
Yeah,
fired...
it's directly above where Freya
Nope.
was.
Doesn't would have missed her if she was still...
Right.
Unless...
他已经
Freya was
平
already
躺在那儿，
So too.
他可能在放
She
松啊
was。
You think
relaxed.
so?
Maybe not.
Freya was already lying on
I
her...
think so too.
应该是
She'd
晕倒，
fallen.
Something in the room caused Freya to fall unconscious.
颜料
Paint
味。
fumes.
I'm not sure about
Me
不是啊，
Something in the room
那就
caused
只能是
Freya to fall.
Flora。
I'm not sure
啊，
about
不是吗
Me？neither.
Something in the room caused
留
Freya...
声机
gramophone.
Right.
为什么
But the gramophone by itself can't do that.
里面有
There's
东
something
西？
in the...
留声机里面有什么？对，留声机里面能有什么？这个吗？
That's not it.
不，按住。
That's not it. That's not it.
留声机里面能放什么？这个是不是？
That's not it.
我很抱歉。留声机里面能放什么？金甲虫
Scientific research says it can copy and fits. Both said neither of them.
This seems a little far-fetched.
No. But don't forget, it was being
Oh.
amplified. I don't think we're purely talking
This
about
is getting kind of
难怪
scientific.
Flora 也倒在
Since
那
when do
边。
you know?
I don't. But I do you remember that statue? The hornets playing. It's that broken glass isn't there on that.
Thinking
Ah.
about it. Pointer said... I guess they were both in range of the noise, although Pointer might have been lying.
Personally, I think he was telling. It's pretty clear. A powerful frequency caused quite a bit of damage.
那个啊，裂开的卡带那些。
Those cracks did Freya's paints, the pink cassette tape, and the gramophone itself. They all sustained.
That's some serious lift to crack metal.
Yeah. If the frequency was so powerful, wouldn't they have been in range? Think about it.
对
They
啊，
can't have been much further away from the gramophone than
他们想办法保护了自己。有类似耳塞，该不会是耳机吧？
These are some I think they'd be enough to block...
Right. 1. Freya is painting Flora's
Uh-huh.
2. The murderer is hiding...
3. The gold.
Hold on. How
The
did it...
beetle?
Yeah. What Pointer's research said it makes them...
I'm not sure.
Maybe.
4. Freya lands on her back.
5. The murderer...
6. The arrow is...
7.
8. The door is kicked down.
那凶手是什么时候离开的？
There's something...
What?
Let's go back to the crime scene.
怎么变红色的了？怎么了？
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
旁边还有一盆盆栽，是不
I
是？
can see the stars.
The answer is in the painting. I'm sure of it.
Freya, did you leave us a clue?
怎么了？红色的血是吗？
So what's bothering?
Something that's not here. We know she was holding it during...
Flora's ink dip feather?
It was
啊，
here, in this room.
有
Where
啦，
did
我
it
们找
go?
到它了，它被烧啦，不是吗？这里
We were a little too...
So it was stolen and ended up in the...
Someone wanted to
But
destroy it.
how? How was it?
Presumably, Flora dropped
Yeah, and then what? The murderer couldn't have stolen it if they were...
So the question is...
因为大家都有
how
经过
could they
房
steal
间啊。
something from... The final clue. Freya left it for us right here. It's in the... It's not quite a photo, but still. If only she'd finished it. And then I could...
It's true she never... That she did intend...
Meaning?
We know more about the painting than what Freya actually got.
Freya 如何向我们表她画这幅画的这个吗？
That's not it.
哦，这个
That's
吗？
not it.
为什么每次这个我都会找不到
That's not it.
？That's not it.
Freya prepared all the colors she was going to need.
所以
Blood on the brush.
我真的到后面我完全不太懂这个要怎么解。
Nope.
Nope.
The paintbrush handle
Was it?
was going to be used to paint this sketch of something sitting in the window. Almost. Maybe just change. The yellow paint was going to be
黄色。
used to paint this sketch of something sitting
哦，
in
对
the
哦，因为
window.
黄色还没画呢。哦，
Something in the window. Oh.
窗户里有什么？黄色的，黄色的，黄色的鸟。
There she is. Our little
How long did it...
She did. But she's a very good listener.
吓死我！你是
Well, now, I think this has quite...
变身？你是谁？
Why did she...
It's Penelope, if you don't mind. But before we begin, isn't there a certain formality
绑住。
demanding our...
我要怎么绑啊？没有，你这哪里？绑住他的手 ？Are you kidding me？ 什么东西可以绑住他的手？金属棒？
That's not gonna work.
到底十字弓
That's not.
太危险了。金属什么可以绑住他的手？哦，对呀，卷线。
Lovely. Now, what was it that drove you this far? I'm ever so curious.
I just...
Is that right?
Why did you do it, Penny? What did Freya...
Absolutely.
So, what?
Freya Fellow was an inspiration. She was possessed of a great energy.
有
The
点莫名
volition
其
to
妙。
create something from nothing. The willpower to walk beyond her boundaries. She was truly everything I couldn't be.
You know what?
对，为什么？
I just realized I actually
Weird,
have.
isn't it? Considering we've...
Exactly. How do we know?
You think you've already hollowed only a few short hours. Unearthed every single one of our... Go on, indulge me. What does it say in your notes? I suppose
Penny, we only know what you choose to do.
Very well. Penelope Pointer is actually not very... She pales in comparison to those who...
啊？
Living at Tangle Tower, it is very difficult to attain.
You sure this is...
Perhaps you didn't notice.
So why stay?
I thought she did leave. Penny, you said you tried.
I did. Many times I've walked away. You saw the family tree hanging.
Yeah, it lists a bunch of people who
A
don't live...
bunch of people. My mother, for one. The other two Remingtons. Poppy's mother, Primrose. And her brother,
And
Richard.
Fitz's father.
That's 5. 5 people that might have
And
lived.
that,
You wanted to know...
more than that, I have no place here. Not among the Fellows, the Remingtons, or the Pointers. But I felt there must be a reason why everyone else... Perhaps it could be my...
So...
Nothing I could do at first. The more questions I asked, then I found it.
Found what?
密室。
The study. It's right next.
I'd hear voices, and the strangest thing, the wall behind me would peek. I thought I was cursed. Eventually, I couldn't. I found my way in the same way you did.
So, you got into this. Must have been a relief,
It
right?
was then. Let's see how thorough. Tell me, do you know?
Misted.
Mistids?
Sorry.
It's a collective term. Birds, insects, amphibians. The mutation can take several generations.
Wait. Misted.
A little egregious, isn't it? I suspect. The main difference being mistids are perfectly real. They're just, or at least, that was the original.
How do you know all this?
When I entered the study at 19. Something which answered my questions.
这个吧，秘密。
That's not it.
不是哦，书房里。笔记本。
That's not right.
书房里耶。
The 5 missing family members, calling themselves the ambassadors.
So, the house was renamed from...
Rightly so. When I looked inside, I found nothing but ash. The study, the room at the bottom. I felt my only hope lay with the ambassador. Maybe they'd share the family history.
How did
It
you...
was tough. Books, maps, charts. But I got lucky. I got a lead. I found one.
And why'd you paint out all their faces?
They didn't help you either.
19-year-old me had imagined they'd all, but they hadn't. They were, in fact, most of them had left tracking escaped mistids. Some claimed to be research. All 5.
Even your own parents?
Eventually, I returned to Tangle, but instead, there was only one person. My dear Uncle Pointer had suddenly made a fairly superficial charade. But I knew it wasn't just. Pointer had found something. Something...
金甲虫。
So where did he get the beetle?
Cannot be sure.
邮寄包裹。
Post.
Who can say? Someone outside Tangle Tower. The thought that he would be decided to take.
So you stole it.
Stealing the beetle. Upon realizing it was gone, Pointer asked what was bothering him. He foresaw no risk in sharing a little. He told me he'd lost a rare treasure. I suggested. Innocent. He was very ready to believe. I offered to call in a private detective. She arrived the next day.
Why, though? Why go through all that?
It's somewhat sad to admit. But Hawkshaw afforded me new advantage.
But didn't you have to pretend to be working for...
Ah, well, that was one of the... Pointer was in such a desperate state. On the second day, Hawkshaw's Pointer gave in and gave me the code for the harp statue.
Oh.
I would have done if I'd had made remarkably barely scratching the surface.
Which is?
It carries an exoskeleton. But it's not the 9... Did
而是
you ever
剩下
question
那一
what
层。
before Misted Mansion was built over the lake? Lord Remington and his wife built a small structure. Fast forward 2 or 3
The
generations.
ambassadors took everything when they left.
And everything they didn't take was burned in. However, possessing... It's not much.
So why isn't this the end of the... Why did you stay?
莫名其妙，所以要结束了吗？ Freya Fellow 之所愿。你这样看我，我很害怕。
Simply put, it's my fault. I pushed her over
What
the
are
edge.
you
Did you know I based the design for Hawkshaw on something Freya?
好，对齁，这里了。
That but it's not.
哦，要那个板子里。
That's not right.
嗯。
That's right. I had assumed it was purely abstract. I later discovered, for all her vitality, she was desperate to leave town. For quite some time, she'd been trying. Freya and her friends were halfway through deciphering those symbols on.
Why did she care about
That's
him?
exactly what I want. At first, she has a fondness for them, but in fact, I think she wanted to free
Fiona.
The real reason Freya was unable, that she could not get Fiona to. We're now firmly in the realm. But I think Freya felt not just to the rest of the family, would compromise all. And perhaps, somehow, that was her plan anyway. Before Freya could find.
She found her way into you. Found your notes. I'm willing to bet she put it all.
So she worked out specifically what you'd done to them.
Freya had made a promise to paint. She'd be in a locked room.
But why hide in the attic?
The beetle in the gramophone. She didn't deserve to be involved. I couldn't get Flora out of her room, and she wouldn't have to witness.
Why the knife? The illusion of the painted knife.
That was for Fiona. Gave them something to focus.
You mean it distracted them?
It helped them cope. I believe it made things marginally less painful. Worked on you, too.
So why are you still here?
Well, I'd really...
Wait.
It's still inside the...
完了，完了，又要叫了，好吵哦！看来是逃走了。哎，对，我们的小船不见了。
Let's go.
Poppy,
I can see.
You two.
My head hurts.
you were both unconscious.
Really?
You're both fine.
Was it the beetle? I heard it through the
The
ceiling.
exact same
I
sound.
guess it must.
So how did we get...
It saved both of you.
When I reached Flora's tower, you were both unconscious. She had her crossbow on her.
Did you know she...
Poppy and Fifi suspected her.
Fitz did not want to believe us. A lot.
But what happened?
She jumped out the window.
What?
什么？
She did.
I heard something land in the garden. By the time I got out there,
Hang on. Poppy...
she left him behind. I found him sitting on the floor in the aviary. Poor little thing. The mean lady.
I apologize. Poppy seems...
So,
I'm
Penny
afraid she
跑
did.
走
We had
了。
suspected she might prove to be an...
did she take the beetle?
Nope.
How do you know?
Because it's right here.
哎，
It was still in the gramophone. I guess I skipped.
Poppy, what are you going to give it back to your
No, I'm not. It doesn't belong to
还要
anyone.
放
So
生它了。
I'm going to put it on. I think that's what she would have wanted.
还是说 Freya 的？怎么突然结束了？莫名其妙。奇怪，我刚刚玩了什么啦？其实真的蛮莫名其妙的啦。好了。飞走了，代表 Freya 离开的是吗？要按一下，不用。结束了，就这样，就这样结束了，没有了耶，对耶，没有了。美术有什么吗？就那些。 所以没什么，就是美术而已。结束了吗？对，结束了。莫名其妙，超级突然就结束了。好啦，好莫名哦。所以这个剧情就是，对我不能理解，对不起。虽然中间有些破解谜题是还蛮好玩，只是结束的太突然了，我无法理解。而且为什么杀了他就是想，对他让他解脱之类的。好啦，我不懂。好啦，我们这款游戏就到这里咯。那之后还有别的游戏我再看看。好啦，那如果你喜欢我的片的话，帮我点喜欢或是订阅我频道。那我们下次再见咯，拜拜。